Okay, hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my top 3 hardware tips to provide a much better and faster and more resilient home Wi-Fi network. Now, most cable operators, certainly in the UK, will provide you with their very own wireless router. In the case of Virgin, this is their latest Home Hub 4, and this will provide you with speeds of up to 1 gigabits per second if you pay for it. The problem with these is that the Wi-Fi coverage isn't particularly good. For example, when I bought this with 200 megabits per second package, I was getting 200 meg in my lounges downstairs, but in one of the furthest away bedrooms, I was only getting a meg and a half, if that. So that's kind of only about 1 to 2% of its maximum. So that's not very good, is it? So what can we do about it? How can we improve that? Well, to do so is my first upgrade tip, and that is to get yourself a home wireless mesh network. Now, these are not the same as wireless boosters and stuff, they're their own separate solution. In my case, this is the TP-Link Deco M9, something pretty much the size of a fire alarm, and these come in a package of 2 to begin with, so your main access point and multiple access points if you so wish. Now, the idea behind these is that you have a main access point and that can talk to multiple kind of secondary access points, and they all work together as one with the same wireless SSID, providing home-wide excellent coverage and throughput. And they really do, because in the previous example where the Virgin one on its own only provided 1.5 meg or 1% to that bedroom further away, in this case it provided 150 meg, so that's much more than what that did and close to what its maximum was. So these really do work. In the case of this TP-Link one, it's very easy to set up. Simple Ethernet cable into one of those, Ethernet cable into the router, and that's it. Well, that's all well and good, but what happens if your cable fails, if it goes out of service, for example? Then this all just is pointless because you've got no internet. Well, my next upgrade is something like this. This is a 4G failover router, and the basic concept is that it takes its main internet provider, say your cable, and if that fails, it automatically, quickly and seamlessly switches over to a cellular backup network. In my case, this is the TP-Link MR600 Archer, and as you can see here, 2 antennas as usual. It's got some ports on the back and the SIM for your internet cellular backup. When using this is actually your main router. This becomes obsolete, it's just actually your modem then, so we can put that to the side. And the simple config then is that the cable modem goes into your LAN WAN port. This becomes your main router, as I said, and then you simply connect your router to your main mesh access point, and that's pretty much it. So with this upgrade, you have your main fast cable internet provider that is backed up by cellular if it fails, into great wireless coverage throughout your house. Well, that's all well and good, but what happens if you don't have very good cellular coverage at home? Maybe particularly if it's located close to your modem. Well, in that case, this isn't much use, is it? Well, to improve that, we go on to my third recommended upgrade. And my third upgrade is an external antenna to the wireless router. Doing this will provide you with a much better signal, much better coverage, and as a result, much better speed coming out of your router. And the setup is very simple. It's a case of removing the paddle antennas if you've got them on your router, and then plugging in the cables from the antenna, and there we go. Now, I've done a review of this particular antenna, the Pointing Expol 2v2, on some of my other videos, and you'll also see how I've installed it. But essentially, as long as it's at a decent height, outdoors, pointing towards where your local sites are, then you'll get your improvement. Now, as I reviewed in a previous video, that when using this, my speeds of my router increased from 15 megabits per second with the paddle antennas up to 60 megabits per second with the external antenna. So it really does make a massive improvement, in my case triples the speed. So the best three upgrades I'd suggest are to change your wireless router from your cable operator into a modem only setting, then have a 4G failover router which uses an external antenna for great coverage, that providing a wireless mesh network. And those three upgrades will provide you the best improvements in your wireless home network for a decent price. Well, I say decent price because it's not cheap. These sort of wireless failover routers cost about 150 UK pounds, an external antenna like this 100 UK pounds, and a 2-access point mesh network maybe 200 to 230 pounds, and you can get a 3 option as well. So you're not going to get much change from 500 UK pounds, 600 US dollars. So it's not a cheap solution, but it is worth it. Losing your internet, it's effectively a fourth utility. So losing your internet when you're at home, it really is a big deal. And this way, at least you can continue to surf, you continue to game, and you can continue to work from home if your main provider fails on you. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful. Please leave a comment and stuff, and like and subscribe, etc, etc. And I'll catch you next time.